Namaste, dear students. I hope all of you are doing well and taking all necessary precautions to keep yourselves and your families safe from the COVID-19 virus. In this video lecture, I am going to continue with the topic of magnetostatics, which deals with magnetic fields produced by steady currents. In this lecture, we will learn how to derive an expression for the energy density associated with a magnetostatic field. We will see that the amount of work done in establishing a current in a coil is stored as the coil's potential energy, and this energy essentially resides in the magnetic field produced by the current carrying coil. So first we will derive the expression for potential energy of a current carrying inductor coil, which is PE is equal to half Li square, where L is the self inductance of the coil and I is the current established in the coil. We start with the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, according to which the EMF induced in a coil is equal to the negative time rate of change of the magnetic flux phi linked with the coil. So EMF is minus L di by dt. Now the small amount of work done dW in establishing a current I in the time interval between t and t plus dt is equal to I dt times minus EMF. The negative sign simply indicates that the work done is against the induced EMF and not by the induced EMF. Now using the expression for EMF, we get dW equal to Li di, and the total amount of work done in establishing the current from 0 to I can be obtained by simply integrating the expression from 0 to I, and W comes out to be equal to half Li square. So now we are going to derive the expression for the energy density associated with a magnetostatic field. We start with the expression for the potential energy, that is PE is equal to half Li square or half Li times I. PE can be expressed as half phi I, where phi is the magnetic flux linked with the coil, which is expressed as Li. Now phi can also be expressed as the surface integral of the magnetic field over the surface S enclosed by the coil C. Now phi can be expressed as the surface integral of curl of A, where A is the vector potential, since the magnetic field is simply equal to the curl of A. Using the Stokes theorem, phi can therefore be expressed as the line integral of the vector potential along the coil C, and we get the expression for the potential energy as half line integral of the vector potential A dot current element IDL. Now the potential energy can be expressed in terms of the volume current rather than the linear current, since the linear current element IDL can be expressed through the volume current element J d tau, where J is the current density, that is current per unit area, and d tau is an infinitesimally small volume element. So potential energy W is equal to half volume integral of A dot J over the volume tau. Now according to the Ampere's circuital law, curl of B is equal to mu naught J. So J can be expressed as 1 by mu naught times curl of B. Therefore W is equal to 1 by 2 mu naught volume integral of A dot curl of B over the volume tau. Now using the vector identity, A dot curl of B is equal to B dot curl of A minus del dot A cross B, we get the potential energy W to be equal to 1 by 2 mu naught volume integral of B dot curl of A minus del dot A cross B over the volume tau. Now since B is simply curl of A, W can be expressed as 1 by 2 mu naught volume integral of B vector dot B vector minus del dot A cross B. So we get these two integrals to solve. Using the Gauss's divergence theorem, the second integral can be expressed as a surface integral of A cross B over surface S enclosing the volume tau. And if we consider the volume to be all space, since the field is spread over all space, the second integral simply vanishes, since the quantity A cross B has negligible values on the surface enclosing all space. And therefore the expression that we obtain for the energy associated with the magnetic field B is 1 by mu naught volume integral of B square over all space. We can also obtain an expression for the energy density associated with the magnetostatic field, which is B square by 2 mu naught, and it is analogous to energy density associated with the electrostatic field, which is half epsilon naught E square. So I hope you have followed the lecture well. In case of any questions or queries, you may please contact me on the WhatsApp group. Thank you.